Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited to be able to share with you again. What I wanted to share was a little about the financial foundation. So I have this textbook that we use. I know I shared with you about our workbook. So these two books we use to help us in our business. It's called Saving Your Future book, and it covers basic principles of building a financial foundation. Right? It's also $6. If you are interested in getting a book, then you can connect with me, and I'll be happy to help you. All right. So I wanted to share with you basics on building a strong financial foundation. First, you have to start with proper protection. I remember sharing with you earlier about my husband's heart attack and how I was I'm excited how I was proactive enough to have had insurance on his life. So the insurance was paid out, which was critical illness insurance, and I was so excited that I was able to do that. There are many families, many individuals who do not know or who don't think it's important, but it is. It talks about building, making sure that your family is secured. Protecting your monies, that's how you protect your monies. So if anything should go wrong, if anything should happen to you in the event of a disability, health problem, or premature death, your family is not left stranded, right? So proper protection, first of all. Then you reduce your liability and your debt. You get out of debt. So you take control of that debt. Debt management. Then you should set aside 3 to 6 months of your income as an emergency fund. Setting aside that money just in case of unforeseen accidents or repairs. Because there's nothing that can get you into debt quicker than not having that emergency fund and not having enough for just in case little stuff happens. Your car should break down and you have to go into debt. Your roof is leaking, you have to go into debt. So if you don't have an emergency fund, that's what happens. You go into debt trying to make sure that your family is okay. Then you should save and invest for the long run. When I found out about investments, when I got into this campaign, I was so excited because I began to realize that you need time. You need time to be able to save enough, right? And if you don't start early enough, then it's going to be really hard when it becomes time for retirement. Many of us are not able to retire. We see our seniors struggling at Walmart and those stores. They have to do that because they don't have enough to get by during retirement. So they have to take on those little jobs to be able to help them. So first you have to think about proper protection, then debt management, taking control of that debt. Then you think about an emergency fund, which you must have in order to be able to stay afloat. 3 to 6 months of your income should be set aside. If you don't have it, then you start now, right? And then you begin to think about investments. Now, when I think about investment, as I said, when I started here, first thing I thought about my boys. I have 3 sons. So I began to invest for them. I am not saying I am still young. I don't think I'm going anywhere soon, anytime soon, right? But I think about my boys because I want to make sure that when they start school, college, if they desire to go to college, I don't know what will happen in the long run, but if they decide to want to go, then I don't want them to have to leave school in debt. So investing for them now before that even starts happening, before they even go into school, is the best thing you can do for them. So they don't begin their life, start their life with their family with debt that equals to a mortgage. I've heard about people who leave school with $60,000 in debt. And I'm thinking they already have a mortgage even before having a house. This is terrible when you think about it. So if we love our kids so much and we buy them all those the latest gadgets and all those toys and all those games, let's think about forgetting about the games. Maybe you could buy them a phone and don't buy them a PS4. I say PS4 because my son has a PS4. So that's more or less the only game I know. Right? But don't deprive them of something. Don't say, oh, I'm going to give you everything that you want because I didn't have it when I was your age. Deprive them of that one thing. They won't die. They won't suffer, right? And take that money and invest it into something for them. That money is that was going to help them start their family, start their future, start their life free of debt and in a better place than you were able to start yours. Just think of it that way, right? And don't think of it of you depriving them of whatever they need, but you know that your heart is in the right place and you are going to be helping them start their futures right. Generational wealth, I always talk about that. If anything should happen to me, my family would grieve. My boys would cry and they would miss me for years and years, maybe the rest of their life. But at least I want them to know that while I was alive, there was something that I was doing to make sure that when I am gone, that they didn't have to suffer. That's what you call generational wealth. We're not able to save as much. But if we are able to protect ourselves and put those investments, those monies into proper investments, then we can leave behind monies for our kids. Then you may say to me, money is not everything. I know that. Money is a tool and we need it. And what better way to help your kids begin life with you having proper protection on yourself, so if anything should happen to you, you are able to make sure that they begin their life free from debt. They begin their life in a happy place. That's what I want for my family. That's what my husband wants for us, right? And I hope that's what you want for your family. So I encourage you to begin to understand, and please be encouraged to come onto our workshops and learn for yourself those basic things. How to get out of debt, how to build and start your investments, how to get proper protection, emergency fund, any help that you may need, we'll be able to help you in our workshops. So again, as I always say, take care, guys, and be safe and be good. All right, have a good night.